What is happening, everybody? It's good to see you again. I know it's been a little bit since we've done one of these updates, and you've missed a lot. First off, I'm in trouble, and I'll explain more why in a minute. We have been over at our main shop working on my 73 Plymouth, and we learned a few things. So the last time we talked, I had this F-body front suspension hanging out the bed of my pickup, and I was going to rob the upper control arms and these backing plates to use on my 73. And they will fit. You can get those backing plates to bolt to the frame rails of the 73 Plymouth. However, what I think we figured out is that the geometry between the center point of the pivot shaft and the center point of the ball joint on these F bodies is just a little more narrow, a little closer to one another than they are on the B bodies. So it looks good on paper. I don't think it's going to work. Plus, my idea of using the 72 model lower control arms also isn't going to work. I was really hoping I could get away with that because I really wanted to use those QA1 strut rods. But be that as it may, we're going to stick with the stock hardware. And to fix that, to remedy that problem, what we were having, what started this whole debacle with the upper control arm being stripped and tack welded, we discovered something else. So bear in mind, I am not the one that fixed my front suspension back in 2001 on my brown car. There are two other guilty subjects responsible for that. They decided with the lower control arm, which takes a threaded ball joint by the way, to just ramrod a press fit ball joint into that socket. And yes, I know there are tap kits where you can repair the threads on these. I'm not trying to fight with all that. So instead, here's what we did. We got with Fat Man's Garage on eBay, and he hooked us up with an upper and a lower control arm from a 74 3 or 4 Charger. Same body style, same front suspension concept. We've got that collected. We got all of my front suspension pieces, the drag link, which does tie rod ends on it. I'm not going to worry too much about that. We got the driver's side lower and upper control arms. All of that's going to be going to Hicks Off-Road to include Cassandra's front suspension parts, all the same pieces, so they can sandblast those, and then when we get them back, we'll press out all the old control arm bushings, press in the new stuff, thread in new ball joints, and both of our cars will have good front suspensions ready to rock and roll. To go along with that, I also figured out I need to order a new set of front rotors because this is the backside to my driver's side rotor. Look at those gouges. That's ugly. I did not know that was a thing. This could probably be turned. I don't know because that's a lot of material to take off. So rather than even gamble with that, we're just going to get new rotors. So where does that leave us? Well, the brown car is getting all new front suspension. Cassandra's car is getting all new front suspension. We're just finishing up some filming with what we're deeming the Joe Dirt 440. This is that motorhome engine that we've been working on over the past about a year and a half or so. A lot of things slowed us down, but we're finally getting to the point of finishing this thing up. You'll be seeing it, a full length on it here soon, and then hopefully by the time that episode airs, we'll actually be putting it in the car. We got brand new brake lines from SS Tubes for the flex lines for the front. We got hard lines for the 8 3/4 rear end. Those will be going on here in a day or 3. So with all of that stuff said, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, now is the best time to do so, which, oh, by the way, we're really close to our first milestone, so thank you guys for your support. If you have subscribed, again, I can't say it enough. Thank you so much for being on board with us. I know it's been a long ride so far, and you've been waiting for the good stuff. It's coming. And I'll tell you, Mama's car has me worried. We fired that thing up about a week or 2 ago, and it's spicy. I've got my work cut out. I don't know if this thing will get me around her. I might be able to get her in the 60 foot, but that might be all I get. So when that happens, you'll see it right here. So stick with us. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you soon.